Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is February 19th today and we have the Let's Just Stamp class featuring the Hooray for Surprises stamp set. You can use your bundle if you have it, like the dies. We try to do the Let's Just Stamp class featuring basically a stamp set, and we try not to pull in any dies or embossing folders because this is supposed to be a class that is more appealing to beginners who may not have a die cutting machine. But sometimes every now and then we sneak in some embossing, and we also will sneak in like a stamp set that has die cuts, so it makes it a little bit easier in case you do have the die cuts. So yay, it is President's Day. Happy President's Day to everybody. Wow, we have a bunch of gals here. So Susan Bellamy's from Florida. Yay. Connie Moore from sunny Ohio. Yeah, you guys, can you see how bright it looks like in here? It is definitely weird to have a very sunshiny day. It feels good. Hi, Annette Rollin from Arizona. And there's Angelique from Missouri. It's funny. I always like to say misery, but it's not. It's Misery. No, I'm going to have a hard time saying it, but St. Louis, Missouri. Debbie Gass is here. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Laura Sullivan and Janice Ormiston. Mary Lemke, yay. Sherry Everett and Donna Grushke, yay. We have a small little crew, but that's good. It's not about who's not here. It's about who is here, is what my mom has always taught me. And we want to make sure that everybody that's there is always having a good time, right? So I was super excited to get through emails. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Jean. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Sandy. You guys, I'm a little bit tardy. I am about 8 minutes tardy. I apologize. I was working on emails and boy, did it feel good to get replying to some people on emails. I have a hard time keeping up with them. You guys know this by now. It's like the story of my life, which is not a bad story. It's a good thing to have people reaching out to me. But I can't just every day commit to saying, oh, I'm going to spend an hour or a half hour in emails. It doesn't work that way. I can pick at them one by one, but I really need to have a dedicated hour, well, not even an hour. I should say I needed to have like a dedicated 3 to 4 hours twice a week to doing it. And hi, Lisa LaFramboise. And normally you guys will find me emailing at midnight and 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. because the good thing about emailing in the middle of the night is I don't usually get back like 20 responses right away. When I email during the day, by the time I get through like 5 emails, I have like 10 back. It seems crazy. Hi, Sharon Davis, long time no talk. So I started at like 9:30 and I worked until, you guys, I know, it was like 12:45. I'm like, oh, you got to get ready for your live. And so here we are, right here, right in the seat, in the hot seat right away. Hi, Deanne Dawn. But it felt good. I got a hold of Sharon Davis and I got a hold of like Trisha Flakley, like people, anybody that emailed me Thursday night. I'm backed up to now like Wednesday. And so if you've emailed me before Wednesday, I have a tendency to work backwards in my emails versus starting at the oldest one and working forward. You would think that I should do it the other way, but I feel like sometimes I am better off if somebody does email me twice or 3 times that I'm like, I catch the last one versus the first one. And oh, that's how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. But it's good. I felt refreshed. I probably got through like 50 or 60 of them. So it felt really, really good. Yay. So we have the Let's Just Stamp class for you guys. Hey, Randy Schultz. Hi, Feline Mays, my friend from Eastern Oregon. You're checking in on your lunch break. Yay. You guys, it's always good. I love it when you guys reach out to me. Like, it makes me feel good that I can help and sign you up for classes and have correspondence. You guys are my social outlet. Don't leave the house usually, so this is always good. Like, the cats are my best friends. Tyler when he's here. So it's always good to hear from you guys. So very good. I will, let's see, a couple things. The sale-a-bration board is not quite full. It is so close. It's one square away from having a drawing. We didn't quite get it this weekend. Hi, Linda Scott. We didn't quite get it over the weekend. We had a couple people that placed orders, and so it's lingering here. If somebody's watching and they're like, oh, I need to put my order in for this, and you are able to get it in before the end of class and you want to comment that you did, I would be happy to do the drawing and add your name as the last name for the board. This is sale-a-bration board number 9. We are in the 19th day of the month, and that means, we have 10 days left. And I'm pretty thinking that there's people still getting some stuff for sale-a-bration yet. So I'm thinking we'll hit I know we'll probably hit board number 10 and fill it, and then I'm thinking that we might hit number 11, which would be super cool. Like, that's my radar or forecast, because people can start ordering yet, or they can continue to order sale-a-bration stuff. So yes, so we're not going to do the drawing unless I hear from somebody. I do have 3 cards here. You guys, blast from the past. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. I have these 3 cards, which are from the June monthly class. I had temporarily misplaced them. And the oddest thing, I was doing a live with you guys last week, and I happened to look over and I saw them sitting there. And I'm like, huh, that's where they went. You know, they're always right in front of, something's always right in front of your face and you can't see it. That's how it goes. And so I can call off the winners for this one. Yay. Another note, you guys, is Mystery Card Night is tonight. It is a fun fold. It is a very fun fold. You guys are going to have a little work to do to get it to be like what it needs to be. So I probably have stumped a couple people. The main thing that people are wondering is like, why is the smallest white piece bigger than the smallest cardstock color piece? And they're like, is that right? I'm like, well, the way I made my card, yes, but you know, it's your card. So you could always change it once you see mine. So that is tonight, you guys, at 6 p.m. Central. We're going to do a mystery card night. So I've got my magnifying on standby here. Also, you guys, I've been lots of people saw my live with all my awesome Happy Mail on Friday. I did a live in the afternoon. I think it took us about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I can't tell you how many ideas or cards or like things we shared, but I did realize that I left a couple things back on display already that I might just go grab and show off to you. Melanie Hao had given me something. Amy Deschler and Michelle Klein had given me something. Her name is not Klein anymore. It's different. She, oh man, that's I think her maiden name. You know how that goes, right? When you have friends that get married, do you still refer to them with their maiden name, or not like update your phone to have their new last name? Because that's like what Michelle is. So I'll have to think, Spakowitz, Michelle Spakowitz. So yeah, I'll try to get them at some point when I have to get up to get something, because I think I forgot to bring my gems over here. So so we did a great live showing a lot of things. There's one thing though, Laura Sullivan corrected me. I had shown off a bee ceramic, like a pot, that like different pots that made a bee, and I had said that she made it, but she said her friend made it, and so she didn't want to give credit to herself when her friend is in fact the one who made it. And so I just wanted to correct that. And I think I made a little mistake too. I received 2 sets of earrings, and Susan Bellamy, I was going to ask you about this. And it's odd. Susan Bellamy and Susan Wormley both sent me earrings around the same time. And one set of earrings were posts, which were little bees, and one set were hooks. And I think that it was Susan Bellamy's earrings that I showed off in the live on Friday, and not Susan Wormley's. And so yeah, I was going to reach out to I hate to say things wrong, you guys. I really do. And I hate to think you no, I can't remember everything, but it's hard. When you guys saw all that Happy Mail that came through, and some of that Happy Mail was from December 12th, which was 2 months ago. It's hard to remember everything. So I wanted to make sure that Susan Bellamy and Susan Wormley both know that I greatly appreciate their earrings. And I had the one in the box out here because I was like, I know you needed to show it off. The other one came like a day or two later, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to wear some bee earrings. And I put them in and I wore them, and they're actually in my jewelry box already. And that's how that went. So, oh, but Debbie Gas, yes. It looks so clean on the back counter. Do you guys love it? Does it feel like you guys helped me clean the house? It looks so good, right, Debbie Gass? Hi, Jenna Helms. Definitely, it feels amazing to have the lighter of the load back there. And you guys, doesn't it look better, to not have the clutter? I would honestly say, though, I had to do that because it's one of those things that's out of sight, out of mind, and then you don't do it. And to me, I have to keep things in front of my face to make sure that I get them done. So, Susan, you are correct. Mine were the post earrings. Okay, see, I knew that. When I got done with the live, I'm like, well, that didn't make sense to me because Susan Bellamy, so let me just see if I have them here real quick, you guys. Susan Bellamy, where did they go now? They were just right here. Oh, here they are. Okay, so just, yes. So I don't know, Susan Wormley and Susan Bellamy, you probably caught that, but you didn't say anything. And I don't, that's, I knew it. So these are the ones from Susan Bellamy. And the reason I caught it is because I'm like, the earrings came with this nail file, this pretty purple nail file. So these were from Susan Bellamy, and now that I've shown them off, you guys, I can put them in. And then the post earrings that I have in my my jewelry box already were from Susan Wormley. So, okay, well, I'm glad we figured that out. So, and Debbie says that yes, she's happy that it looks good. Yes, you guys, it feels good to be cleaned up. Now, if I could show you this pile, okay, I'm gonna flip it. You guys like to see a little bit. These are what I want to just show you really quick. But over here, let me try to do this without it doing all wonky on me. There's a pile. This is a pile back here. So if I move the light box, okay, that's a pile, you guys. It's a horrible pile. It is not a good pile. It is not good. I'm gonna try to flip this back and get this set up. It's a good pile in the sense that, oh, now I got this all kind of a little bit mishmash, but it's a good pile in the sense that it's Happy Mail, but there's swap cards. So there's still Happy Mail. And I have one more showcase to do for you. I have to schedule it, because if I don't schedule it, you guys, it doesn't happen. So we're going to schedule a showcase going through all of the swap cards that I've gotten from the customer swap for probably the last 6 months. And I have a pile of boxes over here from the recent Winter Creative Escape, which is all current stuff at the moment. And so we're going to do one more showcase, you guys, and I'm going to try to put that on the calendar for this week because I want everything to get cleaned. You know, it's spring cleaning time, right? So let's just test this out and see if we got this back to where it needs to go. Okay, we're pretty good here. So let's see here. All right, so there we go. All right, I have some, and now we're going to keep up with the Happy Mail on a really good basis. As it comes in, we're going to share it. And I think that I lost my camera. So 1 second, you guys. So hang on. And all that finagly, I lost the camera. And so I got to bring it back into the thing here. So I haven't done that for a while. Okay. All right, let me get this going and make sure that we get the second camera. And then I'm just going to share with you some Happy Mail I got from Angelique. Okay, this should be back on track. Get that going. Get it plugged in so it doesn't die, right? And let's see if that works. Okay. Oh, looks like a little kitty wampus. That's what happens. So, you guys, I have a beautiful card here from Angelique McClendon, and she sent me this one in the mail last week. So, yay! Just a recent card, Happy Mail. I love the fold. It's like a normal size. It's got a couple extra score lines, and then that folds back, and then she used the Perennial Lavender products. So pretty, one of those butterflies. And she did a little bit of purple with, it looks like pretty peacock. And then the pretty little gems on here. And used the Perennial postage stamp dies. So very good. Very pretty, Angelique. Very pretty. Hi, Penny Powell. So that's what I have for Happy Mail, I think, to share with you guys. And then just a reminder, you guys can still register your cards or submit your cards for the Share, Create, Inspire class. We did that a couple weeks ago, but we extended the registration because I didn't get the card in the mail until last week. The sun makes you want to spring clean. Yes, it sure does, Sharon. I definitely agree. And then the other thing, you guys, too, if you missed out on the ink, paper, scissors class with the Forever Love, I still have plenty of kits available. If you still want to get this, we ended up with a couple more ink, paper, scissors from January, which was Perennial Lavender. I think we have one left of those now. We had 4 that we decided we were going to make more of, and then 3 are gone, so we're down to 1. So there you go. So, all right, let's go over really quick what we have coming up this week. Today is Let's Just Stamp. We have Mystery Card Night tonight, and then tomorrow you guys will have Rose's Technique Club class for those that did it at 1:30, or you can still watch it. Rose is amazing. She's a doll to listen to. Trusty Tools, you guys, I had to switch things around. If you are part of that class, you would have received an email from me on Saturday morning, and it basically said that I was going to stretch myself too thin on Thursday, and I usually am that's how I go, from one thing to the next. And Tyler basically, he didn't scold me. Hi, Anna Carter. He basically told me that he's like, you can't do this to your mom and Diane and yourself because You're spending a day. So we booked this back in November, end of November, early December. The first day that they could get all three of us together for our spa day was this Thursday, the 22nd. Diane Bogenhagen is a Silver Elite on my team, and she was a Silver Elite like the last Stampin' Up! Year. And so she, like, what I want to do is I want to treat and spoil my Silver Elite. And so I'm like, okay, just want to do a spa day. Like, we'll do a couple different, like, few different services. And then we're just dragging my mom along because she deserves it after all that she does to help me. And we wouldn't be done until about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And we wanted to add in one more thing, a salt room up in Appleton. And then it would be like getting back here to Fond du Lac at 6. And the live is at 6. And Tyler said to me, nope, you're not doing that. You're spending the day relaxing. The last thing you want to do is come home and do a live. And so I kind of reached out to everybody who's doing the class and just let them know that I'm going to do the class tomorrow night at 4. And it's at 4 because Diane has Let's Just Stamp in here tomorrow night at 6. And I have my in-person class with the tools on Wednesday at 6. And then Friday, I have 5 gals from my team coming in from all over, and we're going to be doing like a silver to silver elite training. And so that will take us into next week. So I found Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So you guys, we have class at tomorrow, Tuesday at 4 o'clock for Trusty Tools. And yeah, and then we'll do the showcase. On Friday morning, there's going to be the What's Coming Up for March showcase. Probably like, I think I got it at 10 o'clock. And the exciting thing is that we'll be ready for March already. Isn't that crazy? Sale-a-bration Hooray is next week, and you guys can still get signed up for that. Just to show you what we're doing today, and we'll get started here momentarily, but we're going to be doing these 3 cards featuring the sale-a-bration, Hooray for surprises. This is the stamp set we're featuring for class today, and there's 3 cards. This one's a fun fold. It kind of opens like that. Okay, and then there's one more. So we'll make these in like a few minutes. Well, it'll be like quick time now. And then for Let's Just Stamp for next month, in case you guys didn't see it, I'm going to share them already with you guys. It's a variation with a theme. So it's blueberry bunches. And what it is we definitely went with blueberry, black and white, and we pulled in the rock and roll Hoochie Coo DSP. Thanks, Anna Carter. I appreciate it. Yeah, hi, Vonda. Yeah, Tyler. And then when I said it to Diane, Diane's like, you're right. You shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You spend all this time and money getting a relaxing day, and then you're like off to the races, and it's like reversing it. So this is Let's Just Stamp. And again, if you don't have the blueberries, what else could you use? You're going to get a piece of white paper big enough to stamp all of your blueberries. And if you don't, this could work with flowers. It could work with different stamps that you have that are focal images. All right, so that's Let's Just Stamp for next month. And then we have the Hooray class. You guys, I have about 10 spots left for this Fun Folds class, which surprises me. Usually Fun Folds fills up really fast. And that's one of the cards. And then this was inspired from Carissa's Share, Create, Inspired class that she shared her recipe. So there's that one. And then you guys will have a jungle card here like that. And then this one is using the birds. I kept it a little bit more simple because the other ones are a little bit more intense. So that class is next week, the 29th. Okay. And then just to remind you what the tools look like, I have maybe 8 left of this class now. This one's winding down. It's the Tools Suite Bundle class. So it's not a suite per se. It's the bundle class. So when I call it a suite bundle class because if it's a suite, it's a suite. But if it's a bundle, it's a bundle. So this was not offered as a bundle, as a suite. It was offered with a matching designer paper. So this is the Trusty Tools bundle class that is now going to be tomorrow. And the girls did a great job die cutting all your bits and parts for this one. Oh, thanks, Vonda. My grandma Haas loved hummingbirds. And so that always, whenever I see a hummingbird, I think of my grandma Haas, my mom's mom. And so I'm going to teach you guys, this tool card is a little pretty tricky. So I had this class on Saturday morning, and we learned our lessons as like a group. Like for me, I remember making this card, but on having you girls make it, I have to show you like how to put it together. So I would highly encourage, we might start with this one and see where we go from there, because this one's probably the hardest. We were thinking that the Fun Folds was going to be the hardest, but that one's definitely the hardest. And then here you've got your tools, and everybody's got different tools, right? some tools, everybody's tools are going to be different because of how that designer paper works. And then this is our casing the card from Judy Sharp, where it goes like this. And this one's actually easier. Oh, Lisa got her blueberries ordered this morning. Yay. This one's probably one of the easier cards, actually, and you think not, but it actually goes together. I got lots of tips and tricks up my sleeve for this one for you guys. All right. So that's what's coming up on the radar. You guys, 15 people signed up for the Trusty Tools Stamp-A-Stack after I showed them off on Thursday night of last week. Holy Moses. So I thought I'm going to just keep showing these off because I need to get as many people signed up now while I can still have access to the designer paper. So this is the Trusty Tools Stamp-A-Stack. We did go for it. We went for 14 card designs, and 3 of them are lovely lady inspired with our awesome pink and gray color combination. So if you guys want to get on the list for the Trusty Tools Stamp-A-Stack, you can get on the list now. You don't have to pay for it till next month if you don't want to, but it helps me forecast and know how much to get for supplies ahead of time and how many we're going to have the die cutters helping with die cutting and punching and all that good stuff now. So lots of fun, you guys. We totally could have gone ham and made probably 10 more cards easily. But we had to stop. 14 is enough. 14 different cards, you guys. I'm already wondering how long the live will take to make 14 cards. And I can't say I've done 14 unique cards in a live ever. I think Wonderful World with the lilies or the purpley lily cards, that was 12. So, and one more. So yeah, if you guys want to get on the Trusty Tools, just send me a message. I can get your name on the list. And lots of people were emailing this weekend about getting on the drawing for the Jungle Pals and also for the Cradled with Love. So we've gotten a bunch of people on the list. So again, if you missed that during the live, watch the live I did Friday afternoon. That was my Happy Mail showcase. So boom. All right. So let's do a little roll call so you guys can know who's all doing the class. If I don't call off your name and you are in your head thinking that you were signed up, please reach out to me. I have plenty of kits. That does happen from time to time, you guys. It does. There's a lot going on always, and I try to make sure I don't make mistakes. Annette Rollin, all the tool cards are A2. They are a normal size. They are not the big ones. They are regular. And you guys, I'm going to make sure we get the PDF tutorial out to you at least a week in advance so that you have some time to get your tools prepped and your DSP prepped. Because there's a lot of tool cutting that needs to happen. All right. So February, let's just stamp. Roll call. If you're here, shout out that you're here. I love to give a recognition and appreciation to those people who are taking this class with me. They're the reasons that we're doing a live class, and I make it that everybody in the universe can watch it if they want. But I like to say a big kudo and thanks to these gals. Karen Wetstein, Kate Race, Julie Bierschbach. Sorry, I was swallowing while I said that. Julie Bierschbach, Annette Rollin, Brenda Cottrell, Jenna Helms, Karen Woods, Pat Fleming, Donna Gerski, Sandy Wicklander, Sherry Everett, Shirley Malarkey, Jeannie Parker, Angela Knutson, Angelique McClendon, Deanna Stell, Faye Godby, Linda Scott, Barbara Smith, Sharon Davis, Tricia Flagley, Jean Jurdis, Feline Mays, Barbara Godby, Leslie McMinn, Lisa LaFramboise, Susan Bellamy, Karen Stagg, Jenny Knutson, Mary Sykes, Nedra Dover, Lisa Sharkey, Vera Anderson, Mary Lemke, Debbie Gast, Lori Baxter, Lynn Beasley, Vicki Rodriguez, Mary Jo Stoll, Joanne Kahn, and Beth Kinsey. And that leaves 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There are about 12 spots for this class left. If you want to come in person, Diane Bogenhagen is teaching this class tomorrow night here in the Hive. And I can always mail out kits to you guys whenever. They might not be here in time for class because class is happening right now. But they would get to you soon. And I'm just grabbing my kits really quick here so that we have them. And the other thing too is we're pretty much done kitting up everything for the month of February. So if there are other classes you want to take, like Trusty Tools or the Fun Folds, things could get mailed together. I have ink, paper, scissors, there's probably about 15. I got probably 12 left of Let's Just Stamp. The Hooray, I'm like down to 10 maybe. And the February monthly class, there's probably 12 or 15 too there. And the Technique Club class that I do with Rose, I think I have 3 left. So, and then Trusty Tools, lots of class, like there's probably 15. So you guys, you can get in on a lot of classes that you want for February. For January, I think that Let's Just Stamp with the Dogwood was gone. There's a couple Be Mine left, and there might be one IPS left. But it's so crazy. January, all the kits are gone. I made about the same quantities. And then February came and I've got lots left. So that's okay. They go to the past classes section of the resources link on my website. So you can always see if it's later in life. If you want to know if there's a past class available, all you have to do is go to the resources tab. All right, so lots of you guys are here. Deanne said, I'll do the Trusty Tool Perennial Lever, and I want to do another bit to look at the list. Okay, Deanne Dawn, perfect. So that is good to know. So I'm just going to make myself a little actually note. You guys, I try to, you can always reach out to me, Deanne, too. Please put that in an email, but I'm going to just jot that down right now. And then the Trusty Tools, and what I need to know is the Trusty Tool Stamp-A-Stack, or do you want the Suite class? So for those of you that are newer to me and not sure what's happening, I'm teaching a card class, and this is a class that you can get kits for. People don't realize always that you can get kits from demonstrators. I'm one of them that kits up. I'm a little bit crazy in all the classes that I offer on a monthly basis. There's always a minimum of 5 classes that I kit up monthly. Then there are ad hoc classes as well. And this Let's Just Stamp is one of the card classes I do on a monthly basis. And it's 3 cards, and you can always get this class for free with a minimum $50 order, or you can buy it straight out. It's $17 for porch pickup. It's $23 with it being mailed by itself, but if you can consolidate it with a different package, I take off $4 for the consolidation, so that you can save a little bit if you're getting other classes. You didn't call me, but I just checked. I have it in my email. That's odd, Laura Sullivan. That I didn't call you. I'm just going to look really quick here. But you have it in your email. Oh, though, I wonder if you have it. You didn't sign up for this class, Laura. I am pretty sure you did not have Let's. So, Laura, double check. Never mind. Right church, wrong pew. Thanks for emailing me, Deanne. Right church, wrong pew. So, Laura Sullivan, just double check. I'm pretty sure you... I'm trying to go off of memory, but this was one class I don't think you signed up for. I feel like you got everything else for February, but not this one. Thanks, Annette, for sending the email for the Trusty Tools. So for those of you, I loved that saying, right church, wrong pew. That's funny, right? Lisa said, LOL, I love it. So Annette, the other thing for Annette, you're emailing me about the Trusty Tools Stamp-A-Stack. If you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, you have 2 options. You can, but Laura, I have it available if you want it, okay? You can always add it. If you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, I give my team a special perk of a discounted price. They would get the card kits and the materials for the cards, and they could purchase the product themselves. So Annette, what you need to also include in that email is, do you want the team pricing, or do you want me to get the whole shebang for you and have the ribbon embellishments and the paper in with your class, okay? So that's the other thing I need to know from you. So awesome. So you guys, when you get a class from me, it has a slip on it. The slip is your ticket to knowing what the class is. If you don't get around to making your kits right away, as long as you keep this, I've written your name, or Chris Duderanke, or somebody's written your name on the top. If you don't get around to making the class right away, this is your ticket to knowing what these card kits are for. So you can always go back to my website, or you can check your email for the PDF. And in this case, I would not search Let's Just Stamp. I would search Hooray for Surprises, because if you get multiple Let's Just Stamps from me, you would just come up with everything Let's Just Stamp related. So Hooray for Surprises is the name of this class, and it's on the 19th. The other thing too, in case you guys don't know it, I'm gonna be doing a past class challenge soon. Got the graphic ready. I'm going to be putting that out there to everybody very soon. One of the things that I do that you may not know or have caught, I go in after the video is done and I add, so like the February monthly class, I go back into the event. So like, let's say you took the monthly class for February 8th, you could come in here and you could click on the word here and it will take you right to the YouTube video. So you don't even have to search all over YouTube land to get to the video. So that's always in there after the fact. I can't put it in before because I don't have it. So that's, again, this slip will help you get to the YouTube video or to get to the PDF for later in life. All right, hope that makes sense. So then everything that you need for the kit comes in the envelope. So right now when you open this up, I'm just going to go with this one. Be very careful because sometimes things get left in the envelope. Depending on how the card gets kitted or is cut, like this one, stuff could have slipped out. So what we're going to do is this one first, which is the green one. And that's this guy. So shaded spruce and the basic black are the color combinations here. And again, this is the stamp set we're going to be working with. This designer series paper is one of the sale-a-bration papers. I'm going to grab my book real quick to show it to you. Buddy. I do have, this is called a DSP sampler book. I have about 6 of these left yet for anybody who would still like to get one for the spring mini catalog. The stamp set that got the paper that got featured for this class is called Sunny Days. And we used this green one on this card. We used the strawberries, we used this petal pink one, and we used this flowery one. So this DSP sampler is available for purchase. It's $26 plus shipping. And I, again, have about 6 of them left now. So we didn't do too bad on those. Oh, Lisa said it's her dad's favorite saying. Perfect. Laura, no problem. All right, so in your kit here, you will have a piece of white, and that is for your inside. And then you'll have a piece of, let's just open up, we have a piece of black. You have, hi. It sounds like somebody's here. Oh, my deer is here. I was like, who's here? And I hear somebody walking around outside. It's Tyler. Okay, your gems are in there, so don't lose them. You have 2 pieces of white. So to figure out which is which, what I recommend you doing is lining them both up. This is the one that is for the matting. And then you have a piece here that is for your heart that you need to stamp. And then you'll have a piece here that is the exposed brick embossing folder. And that one gets adhered onto the side here. This right here is your piece of designer series paper. He just looked at me through the window. It was really funny. That gets matted onto a white here, which will ultimately go right here. And then you have a little piece of white, which is for your saying. And then you have, you guys have 1 piece of ribbon. My mom gives me the schnibbles. So you would have 1 piece of ribbon that stretches the length of it. But she got to the end of the roll when she was cutting it. She's like, can you use these pieces? I'm like, yep, I can work with these pieces. So I've got 2 white pieces that aren't long enough. And then with the Let's Just Stamp, we always like to double mat. And so that's why you will have a green for your inside here. And it's always good to lay out your pieces to see, like, if anything needs to be trimmed down. Hi, Lisa's Basic. You caught me live. Yay. Good job. And so what you could do is if anything looks like it needs to get trimmed down, you would want to do it before you put glue on it. Like in this case, you're like, oh, I'd like to see a little bit more white around the edge. Well, go ahead and trim your DSP slightly smaller and you should be good to go. But otherwise what you do is you just put it right on here and you kind of like eyeball it and think, oh, that looks good. Or do you want to cut a hair off or not? So if you do want to cut any hairs off, now is your time to do it. We cut all of our paper by hand, you guys. None of this is done like on a huge, like I do have an industrial strength paper cutter, but it's manual. So, and we don't cut DSP on there. We only cut cardstock. But everything, big kudos to Karen Wetstein. She helped me cut all this designer series paper for your kits. All right, now, I think that's everything. So the ink colors that we need for this one, there's a berry burst. So we're gonna use the berry burst and grab your heart. If I only had a heart, it goes on the bigger piece. Don't grab that one, all right? And what you can do is inky dinky do. I love you. I felt like that was a Barney like saying here. Like I was like, or there was like a rhyme. Okay, so this goes right on here. and just give that a moment to let that marinate. And then on the inside we have You're the Best and a little baby flower. So let's grab that little baby flower and flip this out for a quick second. All right, this should be good. Now, if you don't have the dies, you could fussy cut it. If you have the dies, you could use them. If you don't have this stamp set and you're using something else, you'll have a piece of paper there that you could use to stamp. And if you don't have this stamp set, like, what are you guys using for this? Hi, Cindy Nicolosi. A live show, yay. What are you guys using? Are you, like people are getting this kit, they might not know exactly what they should use. This says on the inside here, You're the Best. So I did stamp that in my sample here. I stamped it in shaded spruce. So I think that's what we'll do. That's Make a Wish. Hope it's your birthday. We need this one right here. You are simply amazing. You're simply amazing. You're better than all the rest. Right? That song. She's one in a million girls. One in a million girls. You guys, aren't you happy that I didn't go into like become a like music person for my profession? I would have been fired a long time ago. Okay, so we're gonna do this here and put that right there. Now, I contemplated not using shaded spruce actually. I was like, it looks so green in there. And Kermit the Frog is the one that's green. Let's go back. I think I want to use basic black or like the Memento instead of the shaded spruce. And I do have a Memento pad sitting right in front of me. Right there, underneath a pile. I have an email coming to you. Something special for... Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate that. Angelique thought of Barney too. I did. I love you. You love me. No, 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 Emily. With a great big kiss and a thumb, dun, 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 dun. Won't you say you love me too? Right? That's what it is. Okay. I thought black would look better than the green. So that's why I went with that. Okay. And then we also need to do this little guy here. And that is, You Are Simply Amazing. You're better than all the rest. If you use a shorter saying, that would work as well. You'll have to trim your ends a little bit. Get out of here. My amazing is crooked. So I'm just going to kind of let that do its thing and try to go back straight. Like that. Okay, perfect. Haha. Angelique, I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that thought of that. All right. And he's purple, right? But you would think that I liked Barney as it, like, so Barney was after my time. Like I was a little bit too old to experience Barney. My younger cousins got in on Barney. So I've got that ready for there. And then the other thing that you guys aren't necessarily seeing on this is the black splatter that's behind here, right? It was really funny. On this card, I don't think I had really ever splattered before using Memento ink, but it's doable, and we're gonna make it happen. So let me entertain you for a moment and show you about the splattering. So we need to grab a little baby block and dip your black ink in it, just a little bit, not a lot. And I need to go hunt for a Stella pen. But in the interim, you also need to have some water droplets on here, because right now if you dip your Stella pen in there, it's probably not going to be really working well. So we're going to put a 1 drop of water right there. Oh man, I guess we're going to do 2. Okay, so we got the water added to your block, and you need to have a Stella pen. And you guys, Stella has been on a vacation for me for a long time. So let me just dig real quick. I'm going to find one. So, even if your Stella is dried out, by adding this little bit of water to it, what you're going to do is like blend this around and get some black ink into your Stella pen. And you need to grab this smaller white piece, but I will heed caution in the wind here. Wherever you splatter, let's not grab that because that's got people's addresses on it. Hang on, let's grab this one. So this is my, can you see this is my splattering one. So wherever you end up splattering, it's gonna go. So I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit just so you guys can see this in like close-up motion. So have you ever stellaed with the splattering with the memento? It was the first time for Diane, and I'm like, why can't you? It's there. So it just puts a little bit of a background onto a really white area, or like a open area. Like if you have vanilla, or if you have any other cardstock color that you're using and it's an open space, it just kind of fills it in. And then what you do is you just wipe out the Stella pen. It's super cool. So my Stella is here pretty dry. Like there's really not a lot of glitter going in. I need to rehydrate her by adding some rubbing alcohol. Somebody recently just asked about that video I did on Stella and rehydrating her. And actually Kelly did the video. Kelly Lamb, my cousin. If you are in my YouTube channel and you just type in Stella pen, 2 videos will come up. And one of them is rehydrating, and the other one was something else. I can't remember. But there's 2 different Stella videos. Okay, but that's super cool. And what happens is that added a little bit of a background texture to it. Now you could also do something else. Stella is in witness protection, yes. Oh, because she's been out of inventory for so long, right? All right, so let's grab the kits back now. And we're gonna go back to putting this together now. So I'm gonna get my glue happiness on. Splattering is also, yes. Oh, so Jenna has on a tip here. She says she uses an old shallow plastic bin, and that helps to contain the ink. Like a box would work as well. Yep, good call, good call. All right, so we're gonna get a little glue happy. So this can get glued, that can get glued. I know that our green can get glued in. And let's see what else here. These 2. Okay, this might be a lot, and this can make you nervous, but as long as I'm opening up my glue, I'm gonna do a lot of gluing, and the glue doesn't dry that fast that I can't get these things put down. And you just have to be careful if you have pets or children nearby that they don't accidentally run into these things. All right, so this is our white piece. Thanks for sharing, Sherry Martin. Hello to you. This white one goes in the center of that top panel. And then, I don't know if there's a direct, oh yeah, there's a slight direction to the flowers. I'd make sure that they're facing up. And that goes right there. Okay, and then this one can go on the inside like that. And then our splattery, oh man, I just made a mistake. Ha ha ha. You guys know why? Because I got glue happy. But because it's liquid glue, you have a little wiggle room. So now what happens is, we'll let that sit for a moment. If you would have used like tear and tape or tape runner, that wouldn't have come up so easily. But you're gonna see why I got glue happy. I made a mistake. Because there's ribbon, right? We have to get our ribbon tails down behind the white mat. And so you can see now that that'll happen when you get glue happy. All right, and you don't think about like, where's the ribbon going? Okay, so then now this can get glued on our inside. Let's get that out of the way. All right, so thinking about this, you guys, the Radically Retro Swap that I'm hosting in April on the 13th. As of yesterday, we got 1 more person signed up to do 4 groups. And that officially made it full with 92 cards. So I'm going to send out one final email to the group, to the community, and see if there's anybody else that would like to join it, because I do have a couple people that would potentially be looking for angel stampers because they have a lot going on. And they asked if there would be anybody that would like to pick up any. They're going to do them if they need to, but they would like to know if anybody else would like to get in on the Radically Retro swap. So I'm going to do a Rose Coleman trick here and put my put my silicone mat down. All right, so what we're going to do, because I don't know exactly where the ribbon's going to go yet, so I'm going to just prep the back of this. And right now there's no real top or bottom to this, so I'm going to take off the top two here. I didn't take off the bottom ones because I don't know where my ribbon's going yet. So I want this to be centered right in the middle here, like that. And then what's going to happen is now I know my ribbon is going to go right about here and here. And for you guys that have one piece of ribbon, all you need to do is slide the ribbon underneath here, and it's up above, slightly above the bottom edge here, and you're just gonna tack your tails down, right? Well, for me, my mom gave me the scraps, and so I'm going to, it wasn't enough to go across the whole ways, and instead of cutting another piece, I'm just going to eyeball this, and I have to go back and tape underneath yet. So let's, you guys are like, wow, she's really finagling this thing around. All right, so we're just going to take 2 more pieces of tape. You won't have to do this, but we're just going to put this underneath here and this one underneath here, and we're going to tape these together. Perfect. All right. And then, for good measure, I'm going to put 1 more dimensional right in the middle. And now I'm going to pick off my dimensional backs down here. And that will rest right where I want it to go, which is right there. And you guys, with 1 piece of ribbon, it does make this one a lot easier. All right. The other thing I noticed, too, is you might have this little bit of floppiness going on, depending on the ribbon. You can always take another little bit of tear-in tape and put that underneath so that the ribbon has something to like hold on to, and then it should be less flippy floppy. Okay, now that we have that done, the roundabout long way to do that, we're going to take the tear-in tape off the back here and then put the adhesive back right on there. Okay, that was a lot of card surgery, wasn't it? Now we can put this back on here. And life is good. All right. Boom. So, hi, Diane Bogenhagen. Lisa can do another if that helps. Okay. Lisa, send me a quick note, okay? And I will confirm that. Lisa would really appreciate that if you did. So, you guys, you can take your dies and die cut this, or you can take a scissors and fussy cut it, or depending on what stamp you're using, you might have something else you can do. But this, I'm just trying to keep the same white border all the way around the edge. Yeah, Lisa, if you do for sure want to take on another group, just send me a quick note, and then I can let Lisa know, and we'll get her in one less group to help her out. They've got a lot of health issues in the family, and it would just lighten their load a little bit, and they would appreciate it a lot. And anybody else, too. If anybody else would like to pick up a group, we're going to say the swap is closed, unless we have some angel stampers that are willing to help out. Squeaker! Where are you, Squeaker? I heard the little kitten. Okay, so this one is popped up with some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put 3 of them on here. What's up, buddy? All right, so this is going to go. Oh, man. He is playing with the bee sun catcher thing. All right, and then Honky, this was going to go right here. And for this, we're going to put a dimensional right there and right there. And then this will catch that. And if you needed to trim it, now is your time to trim it, like before you put it down. And then you have these little gems. They're little iridescent pearls. And we've got one there. And we're going to put one right next to it. And then the last one I have it over here on the ribbon, but I think what you could do is you could put it in the center of a flower if you want, right like that. Okay. Not too hard. I guess you besides my whole ribbon shenanigans that I had going on. not too hard. This paper is perfect. We used this paper to make a St. Patty's Day card. And if I can find it, I had it. Oh yeah, it's right here. We used that same paper, and I know that sale-a-bration is done at the end of this month, and March is coming up, and sale-a-bration technically is done. But we decided, because it was so perfect to put in with the St. Patty's Day card, that's what paper we used on the March monthly class with the Shamrock. And then here's the other one of the other ones. It's a little Easter egg card. So that's March monthly class. But yay, we got one done. Whoop, whoop. All right. So what do you guys think of that one? Would you have thought about putting Berry Burst with the shaded spruce? We had the whole layout, and we knew we were going to put the heart in the middle. And when we were designing it, we had no idea what color. We actually were thinking Blackberry Bliss, but that was too dark. And then we thought about Sweet Sorbet, and that didn't quite look right either. And so we ended up with Berry Burst. And that's how we ended up with it. Okay, I have a very hard chamois here. Definitely needs some hydration in a moment. All right. So let's put this one over here. You guys will be happy to know for Mystery Card Night tonight, I have my kit ready to go. Look at this. I'm not going to show you everything, but I actually have a kit, and we're going to make a card from start to end, like finished, everything done. All right. Oh, Debbie loves the color combo. Perfect. Okay. This next one is your fun fold. And make sure you look in the envelope that you don't have anything in there. Okay. My warning to anybody who gets the Trusty Tools cards, you're going to want to open those. If you don't wait for me for class, you're going to want to open those card kits over a pan or something. There's so many bits and parts. And let's see here. There's so many bits and parts that they will go everywhere on you. All right, so there's that. We're going to put our little candle back on here. And we have here Make a Wish. And let's flip this out like that. And You're the Best can go there. All right, so I'll set this off to the side now. Laura, you can still get this kit, you guys. Anybody that wants this kit, I'll set it aside for you. I have about 15 of them left. So here's our gemsies, are part of the sale-a-bration offering, are the gems here. And this is Real Red mixed with Petal Pink. And so let's look and see what you have for pieces. The card looks like this. Anybody that did take this class with me, you have the PDF tutorial. It was emailed to you last Thursday, I think, really early. We're doing good with the PDFs, you guys. All right, so here's this piece that goes there. The strawberries go on the inside. And then this one goes finally on the inside. So those are all our DSPs. You should have a piece of sweet, so many pieces, I know, right? So there you have some sweet sorbet ribbon, and you'll have a little bit of linen thread, okay? And then for this is your arm thing that goes out like this. So that's already scored for you. Thank you to Anna Rebadou. She did all your scoring for this one. And then you have your Real Red with your Petal Pink that's embossed with our crosshatch or hashtags, however you want to call it. It's like a crosshatch. And let's see here. This piece right here. So what happens is, the way it's folded is we just fold it in half to put it in your kit. But what you can do is this needs to fold back like that, and then this goes like this, and then that one goes back. So ultimately, Laura and Marsha, Marsha's like, every time I see, I want it. And every time I see her do a kit, I want it. So this looks like this now, all right? But you're gonna wanna take a bone folder and burnish it. So you guys, I hope that I make it so helpful for you guys to make some awesome cards. Like when you get all the pieces all pretty much cut and ready, all you gotta do is some stamping and assembly. It should make it relatively easy for you guys to get your cards done. So that goes like this. All right, and so to lay out stuff, this piece will go underneath here, like that. And then this one will go here. The strawberries will go here. And then this will go here. So this, we wanted this to resemble a strawberry vanilla cake for you guys. Like, we're hoping you think that it's a strawberry vanilla cake. All right, so on the inside here, we got a little stamping to do. So we'll do that first, because if you put it together, it's harder to do your stamping after it's put together. So this one uses real red, and I'm wondering, do I need to grab the real red? I do. It was with my Trusty Tools stuff. So this is real red, and it is Hope Your Birthday is Wonderful, Wunderbar. And that would be out on a block already, I think. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. All right. Good job. So this is real red. Strawberry shortcake. I love it. I do like a little bit of strawberry shortcake in my life. So you guys, I had a strawberry shortcake doll growing up. I loved her. She smells like strawberry shortcake. I think that my mom saved it. So she's given it to me. And it still smells like strawberry shortcake 30 years later. Oh, man. I did love me my strawberry shortcake doll. All right, there's that. And then we have a candle. And the candle is red in the corner here. Right about there. And then there's a little flame. Flame in the petals of the pink. Okay, so let's grab a petal pink and make our flame. Now you could do it yellow if you really want it. Go for it in yellow, but I really liked the whole cohesiveness that it was petal pink. It matched the card. Okay, so that's that. Now you have, though, that white piece here. Oh, Laura said that her kitchens have always been done in strawberries. Angelique had a strawberry shortcake doll too. I think they still make them. But like the cool thing is like it still smells like strawberry shortcake. That's so crazy. Okay, so Make a Wish is here. So I'm gonna just put this red piece down as a guide. And I'm gonna get my arm in that. So we're just gonna go like that. All right, so Make a Wish goes along the bottom, right about here. Okay, and then we need a cake. The cake is in petal pink. It's kind of like not on top, but it's like it's resting on the Make-A-Wish right about here. Our candle is back to being red, like that. And then our flame is the petal pink again. And that goes right about here. Boom, perfect. Now, you did have a little wiggle room. If you wanted it to go up higher, you could have. There's a little bit more gap of white here than there is down here. So you could have put everything up just a hair. I wasn't quite sure, but I'm good with it. I think that's it for the stamping. All right, so before I get glue happy, let's take our ribbon into consideration and get the ribbon part of this done. So the ribbon, what the ribbon does, because you can't have it taped off back here because you will see it. So you have to be like being clean and neat is what I think. And what we're gonna do is grab tear and tape, which is right here. And we're gonna use tear and tape for the assist. Hi, Mary Schreiber. Okay, what you're gonna do is fold this in half and hold it so your tails are together. Now, if you have a buddy at home, a husband or child, a daughter, son, a sibling, somebody that is at home that can help you do this, it might help. But I don't, and the cats aren't very helpful. I've discussed that with somebody today. Cat, I think it was Trisha Flagley. I'm like, the cats are great and the dogs are great, but you know what? You can't put them to work to help you get things done. They don't want to stamp with you. They don't want to like do work. So like you feed them and you clean them and you give them all the good roof over the house, but then they're not there to help you in return. So I made sure my tape was over here, not there. But now I've got something holding it for me. You could use a reverse tweezers too, whatever you want. And I've got it right pretty much where I want it. For those that want to know, it's about 3/4 inch from the bottom. And this is where it would be great to have somebody there to help you. They could hold this like this and this, and you could wrap it around. So I don't have that person. So I'm just going to wrap it around twice. And I'm going to put a tweezers here. And I think I don't know what I'm thinking. I think I might tweezer it to a card to help me hold it. Like a clipboard would probably help too. And I'm just gonna tie this. I'm reading Mary Ellen's comment. My daughter had a little plastic strawberry shortcake figures, and hers still smell too. And then the granddaughter plays with them. Yeah, exactly. All right, so there. You're just tying that around it, so you get two, and then you can pull it over. And so it's cool. It's a way to add a ribbon to your card, and you get to add a little linen thread. And then what's going to happen is this will get popped up and go right over the top of it. So let's grab, I'm going to put the dimensionals right onto the red piece there so I don't accidentally go over the ribbon. And I think something like that should be okay. Yeah, it was a... So this card reminds me of strawberry shortcake. It sure does. So we did this kind of like a little reverse. So we just need to set this white piece into here like that. Good, 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 good. All right, are you guys ready? I think we can get glue happy now. So let's see. Let's just test things really quick before we get glue happy. So this piece of white fits right on here. Okay, that looks good. That one looked like it fit there. That was good. Our strawberries, yum, 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 go there. And then this pink one fits nicely there. So let's flip the, oh, we want the strawberries. We want this. And then the other thing we can glue is this one. All right. Whew, are you ready for it? All right, so we got this one, that one, and wait for it. We're gonna do it. This one's the hardest one to do. Okay. And then you can MacGyver it to where you want it. I liked MacGyver too growing up. Oh. All right, so there's that. I think he was on Monday or Tuesday nights at like whatever, 7 o'clock. I think I had the hots for him. He was definitely cool. And he could get out of any situation with like duct tape or something. All right, then, and like a knife or something. He was so handy. All right, this one goes on here like that. And then this one goes on here. So the thing with the liquid glue, you guys can see it's allowing me to wiggle it where I want it to go. Where with tape runner, I don't have that flexibility. And then that one will go here. And I'm going to glue this one flat just because I think if you do dimensional, I mean, you can do dimensionals, but I feel like there's enough height going on with that fold that we wouldn't need it. And then this, so I got glue close to the edge over here. So what I'm gonna do as I glue this, I'm gonna kind of slide it on so that it smears the glue into it versus this way. And that will help it so that, there, that it doesn't get outside. And just get that right where you want it. Okay, so far so good. Then this one, I did do this flat as well. So what you can do is you can line this up so you know how high it goes. And what you could do is put a little line, glue here, squeaker, and then you could put a little line of glue there. And I don't think it would hurt to peel this off because it's flat. When is the MS benefit? That is a good question. The MS benefit is, I think that we put that in line with the white edge here. The MS benefit is April 13th, actually. It's going to be here before we know it. Oh, Tom Selleck was your crush. Oh, Magnum PI. Oh, yeah. And Tom Selleck is still with like the Blue Bloods, I think, right? So he's still on. The MS benefit, if you guys want to know, there are 5 cards. They're already designed. Yay, happy dance. Cheryl Taylor and Sherry Parker helped out with the design of them. And they, side note here, they look like this in case you guys haven't seen these yet. There's going to be 5 cards for a $30 donation plus shipping, or you can opt on for an extra card for an extra $5. And they're so cool. you can, for the first time ever, you can opt to get the kits, and I will be doing a class on it, or you can have them made up. I have a team on standby ready to make cards for people, and this is the extra bonus card that you guys could get for an extra $5. $5 of this card all goes to the MS Foundation, where of the $30, $23 goes to the MS Foundation, and the $7 is used to buy the supplies. So that is awesome. So good question, good question. And the other, you guys were, if you're wondering, the monthly class for March, this was the other card. I just found that one behind here. So lots of stuff, you guys, coming your way. All right, I think we're almost done with this one. All we need to do is embellish. And so for your gemsies, you got a big and a small, and then an odd one. Thanks, Diane. They are amazing cards. They did such a fabulous job. All right, so big and a small I would put up here. And then there's an oddball. Either you have another big or another small, and that could go right there. And then all you need to do is trim your tails. And these guys can be shorties. All right. And then the last one also needs to get trimmed, and I did them at an angle. There you go. This one. So the top one's going to be shorter than the bottom one, which will be a little bit longer. I did them the opposite. I see that right now. I did these at an angle this way, and then I did these at an angle that way, and either way it works, but it's a different way to add some ribbon to your card, because otherwise you don't really get to see it. Like to put the ribbon where you just have it like hiding underneath here, you don't get to see it when you have the ends off like that, and just gives it a different structure. It's pretty. So yay. Very perfect. Sounds good, Laura. Thanks, Linda. And I'll take my cards with the extra card maybe made, please. You want your cards, all your cards. So the cards are all made or they're not. So if you're taking all your cards and made, that's perfect. Just, yeah, when you guys sign up for the MS benefit, to have that extra little information would be great. It's like, do you want your kits or do you want them made? And once you tell us that, that's what we need to know. All right, so there's that card. This one can come back over here. And then we're going to move on to the last card. Already the last card. So these were, to me, these were a little bit less crazy of cards. All right, so that one's done. And I'll give you guys one last look at it. Now, a lot of people tell me that they don't make the actual class cards with me during the class. They generally watch and see how to do it, get the tips and tricks so that you know how to put them together efficiently later on, which is always a good thing. So that's always an option too. A lot of people listen to other things or work on other things while they're watching. All right, so let's get these guys cleaned up. Get that done. Our little flame is done. And this last one, we made it into a birthday. So when we pick stamp sets for Let's Just Stamp, we like to pick focal set, like stamps that have focal sets. Yes. Stamp sets that have focal stamps, like 1, 2, and then that was a focal, 3, and then words. So that if somebody is just getting started and they don't have the stamp set or lots of stamps, that they would be able to complete these cards with the one stamp set. All right, and this guy just needs a little bit of washing. All right, and then the last one, we need the flower. And then our candle can go away. So you guys, when I put my stamps, I take the plasticky sheets out and then I leave the stamps directly onto the case and they match up then with the words. Choose your words. They end up with the words. Okay, and then this one we need, Hope Your Birthday is this one, and then what's on the inside? Oh, sending you lots of love is perfect. Perfecto changeo. All right. So we're going to put that one on a block. So it's ready. And this color combination we have here is Sweet Sorbet and Pool Party. Again, it's using that Bright Sunny Days Designer Series paper. So there are 2 envelopes left here. Let's just put these guys, or one here. Oh, Annette Rollin, you're teasing. Making banana muffins. They're so delicious. So we cleaned out some drawers yesterday. Not drawers, but I've mentioned in the past that Tyler and I, we've started making sourdough. The counter has been a hot mess of flour and cornmeal and jugs of water because you need distilled water, and then the starter, the little babies, and finally yesterday, Diane Bogenhagen, you're gonna be amazed when you come over the next time. You're gonna be like, wow, you can see the counter. And so we cleaned out the Lazy Susan a little bit, and I found one of those tastefully simple little pound cakes, those almond pound cakes, and we made that, and oh my goodness, it's so good. So this one has your blue gems from those free gems that you get during sale-a-bration. Yay. So we cleaned out some room. The counter got cleaned off. Yay, life is good. How do you get a fun fold to like that flat? How do you get a fun fold like that flat? Like, you mean like, what do you, like, so Anna, do you mean, like, so when you set it down like this, it's flat, but it's not going to stay, like, it's not, like, this is not a card. How do you stay flat? Like, Velcro dots, if you really want to. You could, like, put a couple Velcro dots on there, right? So, like, if they sell the teeny tiny little Velcro dots, you could put a Velcro dot here, and then that, well, you couldn't even be there. It'd have to almost be, you'd have to put a Velcro dots, like that could work. Or sometimes people use magnets. Like you could tuck underneath here, you could have put a magnet, and then underneath the backside, really thin, light magnets. And a magnet could help it like stay together. But this isn't a card that you're gonna want to, like, you can't set it up really. It could, I mean, you do, but it looks dumb kind of have it going like that. So it stays flat in the envelope, and yeah, it's just a different way to do a card. So how do you make sourdough bread? You have to have starter. And so you have to have a sourdough starter. So if you know somebody that has a starter, or you have to make your own starter, and there's recipes out there for starters. It's kind of like what people call friendship bread, where you have a starter and you have to add bread flour, salt, and distilled water with your starter. And it's a ratio of grams, like 60 grams of starter, 9 grams of salt, 500 grams of flour, and I think 350 grams of water. And so you mix all that together, a certain process, and then you have, it's like bread where you have to knead it and yeah, do all the work. Yeah, and you get a little loaf of sourdough. All right, so this piece here is for your flour, and then you have a piece of designer paper, which will be for this area right here. Okay, and Deb wants to get started, I know, right? Well, the next time you are in town or by me, we can get you some sourdough starter. So you guys have some pool party of that sheared ribbon. That's from a sale-a-bration. This is already embossed. So Rhonda Ayers did all your embossing, you guys. That's painted texture. And then these will be your 2 pieces here for stamping a sentiment on. And then you have a pool party inside, a white inside, and then a piece of designer series paper, which will go on the end here like that. All right, so we need to burnish stuff though. Yeah, so Lisa's been watching multiple videos and she wants to start one. Yeah, just try. It's just flour and water. And I don't know exactly what else is for the starter, but it's a certain, there's a recipe out there for starters for making sourdough. There definitely is. This one is now not red. It is sweet sorbet. And what we're going to do is sending you lots of love. So I'm going to flip this over. Ooh, the cherry pattern. Because I don't want to accidentally get ink on that piece. So we're going to do sending you lots of love. I used this as a guide to know where to stamp, because if you don't have this, you might be inclined to stamp in the middle, and then part of it gets covered up. So there's that. And I don't have, oh, that little flower though would be good in there. Let me grab that little baby flower back. And that could go right the bottom left corner though. Okay. And then, I'm just trying to see if that's straight. It's straight, good job. All right, then this one, hope your birthday is wonderful. And that's to the bottom right-hand side. Keep that tucked over here. Good. Oh, you're very welcome, Anna. Sorry I didn't have a better answer for you. All right, that's good. And then we have our flower. And the flower power. Now this is another one that you'll have to either fussy cut or die cut. I'll try to ink that up good. That goes right onto that white piece. It's like a kind of like a rectangle. All right, I'm good with that. So that's it for the stamping for today. Then what we can do, we're going to do some gluing. The ribbon goes behind the flower this time, so that gets glued. And we're going to glue, set that over there for now. We're going to glue this, and we can get these two things glued. So that and this. Painted texture doesn't really have a top and a bottom to me. People ask that all the time. But just pick whatever side you like to go up. So we're going to cover up our cherries, unfortunately. Sorry to the cherry fans. You could always put your cherries up if you wanted. Okay, so there's that. All right. Flowers go right there. The pool party goes underneath over here. It will be underneath by the time we glue that flat, right? The cherries are the stripes that go on the side here. Get them aligned on, I get them aligned on the top and the edge, and then I can always take my scissors and trim off the bottom if I need to. Just a schnibbly hair, like an eyelash. That's kind of what I cut off there. And then we have this one. That goes on the sweet sorbet. And then this now can get glued with this. Just set that there. And then this goes on the inside. And then this goes right over the top of it. Like so. Okay. Then this now needs to get glued down as well. So yes, this pool party piece could have been bigger, but why? When that comes back like that, no one will ever know. And I think I actually popped mine up with dimensionals back there, but flat is okay too. And then for this piece right here, you could pop that up with dimensionals. And what you're going to want to do is not try to figure out where to put them on the back of this, but put them like that on this arm that's right here. And pick those off. And it's a little bit north of the equator, so like if the middle is the middle, then I've got it. Yeah, and I think I want it a little bit higher, so let me pull these guys off. And this is centered in the blue area. That's where I've got that. Like that. And now the flower, if you want to cut it, go for it. If you want to fussy or die, however you want to do it. I'm going to, by the time I walk over to go get the die cutting machine, I'll have it done. And this way I can show you that I didn't use the dies. I think on our sample we may have, but on this one, I'll use my scissors. Okay, so we're getting around the horn here. And then after we've got this cut out, it's a matter of getting the ribbon behind it. It looks like a bow behind there, but it's not really. I don't usually make bows without using my bow maker. And if I'm making a bow with a bow maker, I generally will see the whole bow. So when I do ribbon that is behind flowers or different pieces like that, I actually use tear and tape and weave back and forth to make it look like a bow. So we're getting there. I like to leave a white border around the edge and try to keep it consistent the whole way around. Like that. One more little section here. And I'll end it right about there and bring it back, y'all. Okay, so there's our flower. So I'm thinking about it. On stage is like about a month away, not even a month away. It's less than a month away. So if anybody still needs, I have one room left in my block of rooms in case anybody is still looking for a hotel, or if you want to be in my block of rooms. The rooms I think ended up being like $180 a night plus taxes, and everybody just pays their own. Like I just have them reserved. I don't have to pay for them. Everybody will pay for them when they get there. So if you are looking for a room in Houston to be with a part of a group for onstage, you can definitely reach out to me. I have somebody who's looking for a roommate as well. So let's go like this. Oh, Sandy will do the MS. And you want them already made with the extra card. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. All right. So this guy's going to go right about here. I will try to remember that, Sandy. I know I was already going to put you on the list for it, but I will make sure to mark you that you want them made. All right. So we're just going to put this guy. We're going to catch the back of it and then bring it out like this. So I think I need a little bit longer, like that. Okay, like that. Grab the ribbon scissors. So you're using half on one side and half on the other side. So this tape now should cover this, and then we're gonna do one on this side. So there's our one, and then the other one is gonna go here, like that. You guys should have, I mean, that's how much ribbon everybody got in their kits. It's pretty much spot on. If you want to cut it in half before you put your first one down, then you'll know for sure that you got it split evenly. That would work. I guess I trusted the system and it worked. So now though, I guess what I'm going to do, there's not a lot of room to put a dimensional. So I'm going to pick this stuff off and we're going to now put dimensionals right there and there. And then the tape should stick also. You know, let's just put right on the ribbon. That's okay, I think. And then this will go in the corner like that. Cool. And then you have a big and a small, or you have a big and a small and then one other one. And so we're putting the pair over here. And then the oddball can go right there in that empty spot. So what are you guys using if you're not using this stamp set? I'm curious. I don't know if I saw anybody tell us what they were using besides this stamp set. Okay, again, Stella, whatever you want. You could Stella the designer series paper, your embossed area on this one, and then when you open it up, looks like that. And I'll be honest with you, you could have actually, since we glued this down, to help this stay, like we could put 2 dimensionals, 2 scoops right there, and then it opens like that. So good, very good, very good. Connie wants to do it. So Connie, you're on my list. I was almost to your email and I had to stop. I had to pull myself away, but I have an email from you that I was just getting to it with what classes you want and that what you're signed up for, and I just need to double check. I saw the email. I just need to go through and double check what you're already signed up for and get you added to what you're wanting. So you're on my list. If you want to follow up with another email with the MS benefit and like just tag off that email, you could. You have a few questions about the card. So Connie too, if it works better to just chat real quick about the questions you have, I would always be open to having a conversation if it helps us eliminate 3 or 4 emails. That's always easier. So yay, you guys, we did it. Okay, so now you know the magic question that I always ask you guys is which one is your favorite, if you have a favorite. So let's just look what we brought, what we just did. We did 3 cards, lickety split, you guys. It's only 2:30, and we really talked for a half hour in the beginning, and we got 3 cards made. So let's go like that. See, Anna, there's not an easy way to hold this card down. We can go like that. So, yay! All right. There's something about this green one that I really like with the Berry Burst. I like the layout of that one. Again, what Anna brought up about having it like close is a hard thing. And that's always a tried and true layout. Like you get to showcase different designer series papers, one on the side, one in the middle. You could have even had another DSP there. Super cool. So, yay, we made it through. Clean. Woo! I could feel that one brewing. All right, so we're done with the flower. Okay, the other cool thing that I didn't mention about this stamp set bundle, the first and the last, I think it was the chamois that made me sneeze. Whew. Okay, what I didn't mention about these dies is this tab thing here and this tab thing here. When you look in the catalog at this bundle, it's super cool. Donna likes all of them, but the favorite is her heart. Good, good, good. Let me just see once where the bundle is. It's called Hooray. Here, page 13. Let me share with this. You guys might have missed this. So I think we might do a card like this for April's monthly class because we're done with March. But this pull tab, that die creates this pull tab thing. And then this one right here, it says open here, and you pull it back and you get to see underneath it. It's like a one and done though. So once you open it, like you can't put it back. It's like the genie in the bottle. Like once you take them out, you can't put them back in. So like once you rip that open, it's ripped open. So very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Sharon likes them all. It's hard to choose one. Okay, good. Debbie sent an email, but I have to follow up with part 2. Okay, no problem. So you guys, what I'm probably going to concentrate on are getting back to, so if you email me recently, I'll try to get back to you, but I think my goal is to get back to the people that had emailed me about a week ago. I'm going to try to concentrate on getting caught up on some of those. So I know that it's like, there's always a lot to email. I'll tell you, it's all good though. Can't complain. All right, I do have a little announcement with the winners of this card class. This was the June monthly class from last year, actually. I don't know if there are any of this one left. I don't know. I think that, I can't say if there's any of this class left, but you can always get, watch the video if you go to the June monthly class. Oh, thanks, Angelica. Thanks, Anna. Anna likes 1 and 3. I'm glad I have this set. Good, good, good. You can always go back and watch this class if you want to, and recreate some cards. This one featured the So Refreshing. That one was the Blossoms. Beautiful Blossoms, maybe? That was Seasonal Branches. Oh my goodness, so long ago. So, drum roll though. Okay. I was watching the 2 kittens. Oh, they're so adorable. Oh, man. You guys want to see them? I'm going to try not to wreck anything. Hang on. For those that want a little kitten fix, hang on. We're going to flip it this way. I'm going to reel it back so you guys can see behind me all my mess. Flip it this way. That's where the kittens are on my chair. They're just starting to lick each other and fight. So you guys, wherever my laptop sits, that is where they have to be. And so they are getting comfy on the chair, fighting and loving each other. So there's your kitten fix. I don't know where Honey is though, but Tigger was sitting there very peacefully sleeping, and Hunky just stole his spot. And now Tigger's like, well, I'm gonna go to the other chair, I guess. So there you guys go. In case you're wondering what the kittens are up to right now. Okay, Honey, she's on a chair sleeping somewhere. All right, let's flip this back down then. All right. So drum roll, you guys. Darling Details. Thanks, Barbara Smith. Yes, Darling Details. Vera Anderson. Yay, Vera. You're the winner of the So Refreshing card. And then we have here the Darling Details goes to Tyra Marshall. Yay, Tyra. Poor Tigger he like got kicked out of that spot. Like literally, if you would have seen it like 10 seconds sooner, he was sleeping there peacefully. Hunky got up and he like totally took over. And this one goes to Tanya Jackson. Yay, Tanya Jackson. Congratulations. So Tanya and Tyra and Vera. I think I might have all of your addresses, if I'm not mistaken. I would like to think that I do. I recognize everybody. So congratulations to you girls. Oh, Annette misses the kittens. Yay. They miss you too, Annette. And Tyler misses the banana bread. All right. So I have here, let's see, I don't have as many as normal. We had, I already wrote the numbers down. We have 7 people who placed orders to get this class for free. So what paper pumpkin kit is behind me? It is August of 2023. It is called Meaningful Flowers, okay? So that is the only one I have left from the past. I just received all of my February pumpkins, and I think that I have like 3 or 4 left of February. So, yes, Anne finally got me live. Yay. Congratulations to the winners. Yes, very good. So I'm going to grab a random number generator here real quick, and we're going to see who the winner is. And when I have it pulled up, I will drop the camera down so you guys can see it. And in the interim too, I'm also going to check to see if anybody placed an order while I was live that we could do the sale-a-bration board drawing. And if not, if somebody places an order this afternoon, we'll be ready to do it then tonight. And if not tonight, then tomorrow. All right, so let's just go just to see here my order history. I'm just going to pull it up really quick. And I had Barbara Rudolph that I just added to it. And Mary Jo Stoll got added. And that's it. Mary Jo, you were the last one. So we are not going to do this sale-a-bration board drawing. And we had 7 is what I said. So we're going to pop in 7 here. Drop the camera down. When I hit generate, it's going to say a number, right? 3 was in there already. So I'm going to hit generate. And it says 2. Number 2 is Jean Jurtis. All right, Jean. Yay, I have a prize for you. So what I do is people who place an order to get the class for free, I put them in a drawing because I end up with, what is the February paper pumpkin kit? Well, I will show you how to find it. So I include those people who place an order to get in on the drawing. Marsha Long, and for anybody else that's wondering what the February paper pumpkin kit is, what you would do, go to my events calendar. So everything you can find here, cardsbycrispy.com. And then the paper pumpkin class I have set for is February 26th, right? It's on my PDF schedule. It has all the dates for the paper pumpkins. If you go to February 26th, it has here, the name of it is Sweet Springtime. And celebrate Easter and spring with adorable cards and treat boxes. You make 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. And it has the coordinating colors and pre-cut pieces, baker's twine and embellishments. And projects includes printed cards, coordinating envelopes, and gift boxes. So it's a combination of gift boxes and cards. So, and Kelly will be teaching that class. My favorite is the red and pool party, and then the green one. Yay! Okay, good, good. All right, so that's Marsha Long. That's your answer for the paper pumpkin. Current host code, but that changes, you guys. So always go to my website for the host code. It's always underneath the picture of me wearing the yellow shirt. So you guys can find that. And if you're looking for past classes, if you go to the resources tab on my website and go to the bottom here, it has the past classes available. 3-card classes, 4-card classes, order-based classes. So they're listed here. And if you click right on the link, it takes you right to the class so you can get all the details on what the cards look like. So like there's the heartfelt hexagons. Perfect. So you guys can, I made that super simple, hopefully. So I already made one a birthday card. Awesome. Okay, very good, you guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up, call it a wrap here. And yay to Jean. Yeah, exactly. Jean, you're watching. Yay, you won a door prize. I love it. Very good, very good. So yes, I love to give prizes back. So we did catch up on those people that had won some cards the last couple weeks. We got those out in the mail. If you gave me your address, if you didn't give me your address, they're still sitting here until you give me your address. So, but Jean, I will have a door prize for you in the next package I have going out for you, which is awesome. Yeah, good. I haven't done it yet. And okay, I think we're gonna call it, you guys. I don't have much else to go over, and I'll be back with you guys in a mere like 3 hours to do mystery card night. So yay, we'll see you then. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs. Until then, I love you long time. We'll count to 10 just in case it ends early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bye, everybody.